everybody shocked when nothing. I say, yeah. I know. I haven't been, but with disappointing stuff, I'm like, I know I have like secondhand embarrassment. So first of all, I don't want to be disappointed. Still know for a fact that disappointment is even still in front. What do you go call ya? I'm going to die quick if I continue this way. True. So you got to believe you're stupid. There's times I wake up and I'm very angry over something that has happened and has gone, because now I have like fresh perspective.
You are listening to Babes and Banter Podcast.
Hi guys, your Babes and Banter girls here. My name is Cheedenma and I'm here with Brillmond. I know it's been more than a minute, but thank you for being here again. Life has been life, and how has it been with you? And how has it been with you? Okay, hello all. Like I told you, I promised we're going to be back. And it doesn't matter if it took 2 years, 10 years, but we're here. That's the important part. Yes. Life has been good, I must say. Life has been good. That's very generic. You know, there's this podcast I used to listen to. The host will say, "How have you been? Really?" I'm like, The truth is that if I start to explain how I have been, I don't think we're going to leave here. And we're trying to make this short and sweet. So I've been good. I can't complain. That's what I can say. I can't complain. Okay. And how have I been? How have I been? I've had good days. I've had bad days. In between the both of them, I thrive. So that's the way to put it. So, okay, we're here. Not to bore you with how our lives have been. We want to talk about handling disappointments. The first question I want to ask is, have you been disappointed before? Of course! I don't think there's any human being who hasn't been disappointed. Some people will argue, some people will say that disappointment is that you had their expectations. Some people don't have expectations. Or they say, let me put it like that, some people say they don't have expectations. I don't believe it. I think before they formed that notion, they must have been disappointed in the past before they can come up with the fact that they don't have any expectation. But I think I've been disappointed a couple of times. But I think there are some years that you have the most jarring disappointment, and it looks like I can't come out of this. But I still know for a fact that disappointment is even still in front. Like more day for front, they wait for you. And that's the scary part. Me, I mean, I don't know that anybody likes to be disappointed, because I'm not sure how I handle it. I'm not so sure I handle it so greatly. So I'm probably one of those people who, it might be unhealthy, just back off, stay away, just so that I don't get disappointed. Yes, because it's expectations that create disappointment. So I feel like that can be limiting. Like, if you are avoiding disappointment, I don't think you fully enjoy life, because life is full of ups and downs, ebbs and flows. Let me say something about disappointment thing. You know, I have always been told that I do not like to delegate. People I work with, they had said that to me some time ago. So, and then I stopped and I asked myself, why don't you delegate? Why do I have this issue? And then I realized it's because I don't want to be disappointed, or maybe I don't trust that they can deliver. And one thing I hate again is that I give you a task and I have to micromanage. I have to keep following up. The follow-up part, it takes so much. It's just like, it makes me, the perfect example here will be tailors that make clothes. And if you bring a cloth for a tailor to amend, they rather make a fresh cloth than amend it, because amendment takes so much more energy, much more time. All those, anybody in our dialect, they were saying kakarakwa kind of thing, all those things, it just begins to be very stressful. So because of it, I'd rather just, let me just do this thing by myself. By doing it, I will save myself the stress of having to follow up and micromanage in some cases, and then also get to do it. That energy that I use at the side. So, and then not to be disappointed. But like you said, disappointment is a part of life. So there's an adage in our place that said, "Oh, you cool like we are very young." And I think that explain it to them. Okay, that means someone who desires big things should do it for themselves. But I think I can dare to ask another person to do big things for me. I said that because most times I used to be like that. I would not dedicate, and that's also because I'm a first child, and it's like these people are very incompetent. But I also learned that I'm going to die quick if I continue this way. So, hey, I need you to do this thing. See, I know you might not get it right though, but this is going to be the implication if you don't get it right. So please, I beseech you, try your best and get it right. Otherwise, if you don't, we'll still manage it like that. Like, it's not the death of anybody. So I'm now learning to delegate. Like, I've asked my brother to do stuff for me. This is like the third day. I'll still have to remind him tomorrow and maybe the day after, because I think Thursday is my deadline. But he will do it eventually. Will he do it when I want? No. But will he do it? Yes. So I delegated that task to him. So I made up my mind. I think it has to do with perceptive too. He might not necessarily do it the way I would like. But so long as he gets it done,
that shouldn't be a problem. So that's what I think.
I think you've prepared your mind that okay, your yes, will he do it? Yes, it's very emphatic, and that's because you trust that he will do it. You have also prepared your mind that he might not do it the way that you want. So I think that's something to take away from here. Prepare your mind that this person. I made a post about it recently about delegation
and I think I
disappointment that come with it.
responded.
Yeah, okay, I haven't checked it. So I've seen somebody's response that stressed. I haven't even gone through it well, but I just read it top of my head because I wasn't feeling well. So I just glazed through it. I'm like, I'll come back to this. The person was saying I should change, because it was even a question I wrote. Like I was just wondering, and so I now said the problem there would be that I didn't prepare for a disappointment in that particular because I thought it was easy peasy. Like do this, do this. It was supposed to be straightforward. I have done this, so person B will do this, person C will do that, and then take it back to person. It was very easy. Color me shocked when nothing. And I'm like, how hard could it have been? So at that point, I stopped and I'm like, I could have just done this thing. I was so disappointed and I felt exhausted. I felt bedraggled because I had to now keep. I know. And what pained me more was that I put in so much energy and the other person too put in so much energy to make sure this thing is done, and then the other two people just made a mess of it without even until today they don't even know how much their incompetence per se cost other people.
So I think going back to the subject matter, which is handling disappointment, we must all learn to handle disappointment because it is a part of life. It is going to happen. So what you do with what has happened to you, they usually say it's not what happens to you, but how you react to what happens. So I've learned not to, what would be my typical reaction, then I'll do the opposite. Because I want to live a long and fulfilled life. So I don't want small things to stress me because I'm sure if you keep living, things that will stress you are coming. So this one that I can handle, like I just ask myself always, what's the worst case scenario? And then do the opposite and try to be good. Like handling big disappointments now. Let me ask you. Now, we're talking about human beings disappointing you. How would you react if you felt God has disappointed you?
This is very deep. If I feel, I've tried to think if I've ever been in a place where I felt God disappointed me.
Like you've prayed one prayer for so long and you don't get a response.
And I think in places where I felt like maybe I prayed for something or maybe for a person and then they still pass. I think that's one of the ones that get to me the most. Then I'm like, oh God, why did you let this happen? But most times I try not to see it as disappointment, even if it feels like so at the time. How would I handle it? I pray. Because I worship, I ask questions, and it's his prerogative to answer or not. So I ask questions, then I worship. I spend longer time in worship because this is God. So I spend longer time in worship, and then I keep telling myself it will pass. This feeling will pass. This feeling will pass. That's what I tell myself when I'm feeling very triggered and very hurt and very disappointed. I just keep reminding myself this feeling will pass. Give it a few days, give it some time, and then I keep saying because this is now how I feel with God, and then I just tell him I'm very hot. I feel very disappointed. Please take this feeling away. Please help me walk through this. Please help me deal with this because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with how I'm feeling. I don't know why you did why you let it happen, but you know. And if you're not going to tell me now, fine. But maybe it's not fine, but I will live with it. So, because I don't think I ever feel fine with not knowing. Being a first child too that like to control things, I like to be able to know. But dealing with God is a total different game. So I just try to worship. I just try to just pray and say, please help me get through this. And then I try to find joy in the little things, or I just try to distract myself with other things. I focus on the part of things. It's also hard to do it in the moment. See, when they say focus on the things that are working, it's tough. And then you start to say, okay, at least I'm breathing. I think I'm okay. I can breathe. I can walk. I can eat. What? I just handle it through worship, really, and through just saying, help me get over this, Lord, because it's painful.
So I think it was David who said, though you slay me,
yet I trust you.
So I think I've come to a place with God that I can't go anywhere now, normally, but am I hot? Yes. So maybe for me, there are things that I would typically do that I might stop to do. Maybe like if I used to join prayers, I might stop in the moment because I'm like, what is the point of all of this? But I always remember that there's a bigger picture and I can't see it all. I wish I could, right? I've always said I wanted a blueprint as to how life goes so that I can know. I just want to know. But because I can't, I'll just allow myself to feel it. Because if I don't feel it, anything I find that if I sweep away my emotions, it comes back in future. 2 years, 3 years, it's going to come. But I just let myself be in the feelings, then let it go. And when I've actually let it go, it has gone for good. So I think disappointment would come I pray for grace
Yeah.
that I can handle disappointment when they come, and also try to encourage you at home. If you're listening to this, know that life will throw jabs
Life will
at you,
challenge you.
but you would overcome. You have overcome before, you overcome now, you still overcome tomorrow. All right.
See that you've overcome before. That's something I remind myself. So in those times, I ask myself, have you gone through? Was there a time you felt very, if it was a tough time for you? Yes. Did you get over it? Yes. So you get over this one. But in that moment, on Araho, it's very difficult. So now this one is with God. How do you handle disappointment with a person? Maybe a person that you are close to, a person that you trust, and then you just do something, and you're like, how could you?
All right, about that, I've had a couple of persons who I deeply care about do disappointing stuff. So in the moment, I'm like,
am I among? I knew.
course,
I was going to. I wouldn't let it pass.
of course.
I am among.
But I just tell myself, which do I value more, the offense or the person? Now, there are times I value the offense more. I will cut you off. I don't care. Like big knife, it goes. Or when I look at stuff in retrospect,
Yeah.
I say, yeah. But this now, I'm talking about offense.
Yeah.
But with disappointing stuff, I'm like, I know I have like secondhand embarrassment. So first of all, I'll be shy. I'll be like, yeah, this person have done. But when I remember that they are humans, right? I try to now understand where they are coming from. So I always like to ask questions. I'll be like, so what were you thinking? Please walk me through what was going through your mind when you did this, when you said this, or when this happened. So I think if I have that understanding of your perception, how you had seen that thing, I would understand better than just outrightly believe that, you are stupid though. But because I feel
easier.
like, I feel like
easier to believe you're stupid than trying
no.
to walk through your
I like to
perception.
understand people, right? But there are times that I'm too hot to know. But I always come back later and say, so walk me through what really happened. Something happened with my younger sister, who I love very dearly, and I was so disappointed. I felt like I was going to die. Like, hey God! But it took me 24 hours. I did not say anything. I said I could actually implode. After a while, I understood where they were coming. And if not for this conversation, I've actually forgotten everything that happened because I worked it out with the person. I would try to understand where they are coming from. But when I now find that you are difficult, that you are doing it way that we see shege, I go. That's how I handle it. I just leave you alone. Like I let you be. Especially when it comes to men. No. You've disappointed me. I've seen it.
It's the man. So I think for me, I'm thinking it in my head. How do I handle? There are two types. There's when you do something that I find disappointing. Then there's when you do something that disappoints me. Like there's some disappointing thing you do. It's just disappointing. I don't take it personally because maybe you did something. It's like, okay, if you want to go, a friend of mine did something. Now him carrying self-contempt. You see, see what I did. See what I did. See, I messed up. And I'm like, I don't know if I told him directly because sometimes I do have bad mouth. So, but I wasn't sure I said it directly, but I thought I might have said it. But I thought, how could you? It had nothing to do with me, But he did something that was really disappointing, and I mean, he was hurt in the process of what he did. That he just came, he didn't talk to somebody, so he came to tell me about it. And then I'm like, could you do this? But okay. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And then we'll talk about it. So in that moment, I didn't feel. I was disappointed in him because I didn't expect. I don't even know what I expect. But I was like, now what? But if you not do the one you did to me, I take a deep breath though because hey God I beg. God I beg. It's sort of two things. I do forgive easily because I struggle with keeping malice. I don't like to keep malice. I don't like to keep malice. I don't know what that expression is, but you know that I
think
don't
it's
like
my own strong suit. I like it.
Yeah. She does not mind. The girl almost taught me how to keep malice. If not for what, if not that I'm saying I have myself, no, you're not going to keep it malice. Don't let those kind of. But there was one time we said I said I was. You said I was going to do something that was out of character. And I'm telling you, but you said no, don't let it. Don't let it. When we asked what you admire about me, you said you used to forgive me. What do I admire? I said your inability to forgive. That's what I want. That's what
I think we're digressing. Let's come back.
So no, I just, if it's me personally, it's one of two things. I first ask how I would stew in it. I would stew in it for a bit, then I'll not go to bed, hopefully. That's if it happened later. But I try not to let the sun go down on my anger. But I now come and ask you. I'm always afraid when I have to ask a person, maybe one day. I don't like difficult conversations, but I just have to have them because we're adults. If I have to, if I've asked myself, how bad is it? If it's something that I can give you a few days space and then I come back brand new. If can do that. So I leave it. But if it's something I feel like I can't get past this, I'm struggling with getting past this, I would let you know. Or I would just address it. I'll be like, oh, this thing you did, I do not appreciate.
I think
it.
the key lesson for me here, sometimes I ask the Holy Spirit, like, which direction. There are times that I've been held to confront somebody because I'm very confrontational. I'm going to ask you. There are times that I've heard clearly, don't ask, and learn. Just get over it. Just get over it. I'll feel like I'll implode, but it helps. Chocolate, ice cream, just whatever I can indulge in.
Oh God! No, I see why. There are times when I say I'm upset about something and I tell you, and you'll be like, "What's your comfort food?" I don't have.
I just find comfort in stuff that would make me get over it.
Yeah.
But there are times like when you wake up, there are times I wake up and I'm very angry over something that has happened and has gone, because now I have like fresh perspective and I feel like you did this to do that. But in all, now I'm not to sound like I'm a superhuman, but I always know that human beings will disappoint. Will I see it coming? No. But I'm always praying and hoping that I'm able to forgive your shortcoming, in hopes that you forgive me too, because if you reach my turn anytime, you do get.
Yes.
And if it's a pattern or a lifestyle, I also learn to cope with it. If I love you so much and I know that this is how you behave, there's nothing I can do.
About it.
There's nothing.
How do you love a person so much and disappointing you is what they are always doing?
Then you learn to stop expecting stuff from them. I think that is when you learn to remove expectations, because you're just going to keep hurting yourself. I think at this point, it's not the person hurting you. You're the one hurting yourself, because you already have the information you need about this person. You've observed their patterns. You know that this is going to happen. In a case of infidelity, for example, you go and marry somebody that is not faithful, and you think, he will not change. If you know that you can live with it,
is in front.
If you know that you can live with it, but you cannot marry the person and expect, you are a liar, and it's because you are lying to yourself. That's what will keep hurting you, because this is already who this person is.
Yeah.
And I also believe people don't really change, but that's a subject for another day. But
People change and people don't change. I say that too, but it just by the help of the Holy Spirit. That's if you mature. That's how I say it for mature. So I think, so that we don't digress, I think we're going to round this up with it. How do you handle disappointment? I've heard that she prays. Sometimes she stews. Sometimes she talks. Sometimes she does not.
Sometimes your head can go break your head. I'm playing. That's a joke. That's a joke. Laugh for.
Please disclaim.
You're supposed to laugh.
I didn't need it. I wasn't there. This evening saw me. I was.
That's supposed to be a joke. You can laugh.
Can go. You people should fear for me, because I'm always disappointing. So maybe not always. I'm one of.
I don't think you are always disappointing. When it comes to you, I kind of have this could happen. Right, in my mind, this could happen. So even if it happens, what are you going to do about it? That's what I think before it happens. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I leave it. I mean, it don't be. Or they go call ya. It don't be. Anyway, this is Babes and Banter, and we're so glad that you watched this till the end, hoping you did. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you very much. It's been Cheedenma and
Brillmond.
Ciao.